Kol Shama Israel Adonai Lochanu Adonai Chad After Bekol Lebabeka Bekol Nafsheka Bekol Meodeka. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord, and you must love the Lord with all your heart, with all your strength, and with all your mind. The writer the other time said that I will bless the Lord at all times, and his praise shall continually be in my mouth. My name is Rabbi Humphrey. And believe you me, we're going to have a wonderful time. This is an exclusive interview with the national president of the Children's Service Teachers Fellowship. And we're going to have a wonderful time because this is about kids. And this week we are having the Children's Week within the PCG. And therefore we can't afford to allow it to slide without talking about children. Our children's service, our children ministry, child evangelism, and all that. And there will be an exclusive in-depth of the Bible clubs and all those things that pertains to kids in our churches. And therefore, stay glued to your set. Don't go anywhere. I have in the studio with me Mr. Ernest Kissi Safo, who happens to be the president. And we are going to have a wonderful discussion. So get all the kids to even come and watch. You know what? There is one hymnal within the kids hymn that I really love. Let me try and see if I can get it. No ma to jum de wa chedi yina enti yen eja. I've done well, man. I've done well. So don't go anywhere. Just stick around with me. We will be right back. And we will have a discussion with Mr. Ernest Kissi Safo. Stay tuned. Well, folks, you're welcome back. This is PCG TV. I always say, in thy light, there is light. And this is an exclusive interview with the national president of the Children's Service Teachers Fellowship, and who happens to be the person, Mr. Ernest Kissi Safo, and we're going to have a wonderful time in discussing things about the children's ministry. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I hope everything is going on well.
By the Almighty, we are doing very well.
We thank God so much. I'm always moved by the logo of the children's ministry. My mother happened to be a children's service teacher right from the time I came to meet her on earth. And she's been doing it up till now. She happens to be a loss of mommy now, but at least she groomed us in a way to live right with God. And therefore, at any point in time that I see the logo of the children's ministry, I get to remember where I came from, because it has been some journey. But I would like us to get into the origin of children's ministry in the Presbyterian Church in Ghana.
Thank you. The children's service, as we have it now in our church, started, it was initiated by two women, I.P. Rose and Miss Hogarth. These people, they were secretaries to one Dr. A.W. Wilkie of the Scottish Mission on 21st November 1921 at Osu. It started from Osu here.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And when they mooted this idea, the minister at the time at the Osu Ebenezer congregation was Reverend L.L. Richter. And he was very instrumental to push this whole idea. And the headmaster of the Osu Salem at the time, he also helped to recruit some 3 teachers and 5 peoples to support, to help nurture this idea. And interestingly, among the 3 peoples that were selected, we have Reverend E.M.L. Ojija. Yes, okay. And as you know, Reverend Ojija is a Presbyterian minister who rose to become the moderator of our church. Yes. And so you see that right from the nurturing stage, our ministers have been involved all the church, the agents who take care of the church, they are involved. As you said, your mother.
Yes.
So yes, you see. So you have ministers, you have catechists, you have all sorts of people who are working with us as children's service teachers. And among the five children who were selected to help build the children's service was this man, Honorable Justice Ni Ama Olenu.
Okay.
Yes, this man also rose to become the Speaker of Parliament.
Wow.
Yes, he was one of the justices of the Supreme Court of Ghana.
Okay.
Then later on, he was elected as the Speaker of Parliament.
Among the 5 kids that started?
Yes, the 5 kids. So you see that those people who helped, the teachers and the children who helped to nurture this idea, and in the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, they also rose to become prominent people in society. Yeah. So when they started, these teachers met weekly to have training, to look at what they will be teaching for the next Sunday. And this is called the training class. They prepare themselves for the service so that when they go to service, they are on top of what they are going to teach the children. And this has gone on up to this time. Yes, and we continue to meet every week to prepare ourselves very well so that we will know what exactly to teach the children. And from that time, it started, as I said, it started from the Osu Ebenezer congregation.
Okay.
So they started organizing programs to promote the children's ministry in the GAM Presbytery. Mm-hmm. So by and by, it spread throughout the whole GAM Presbytery, and by, it spread throughout the whole country. So it's when you go to every congregation in the Presbyterian Church of Ghana now, we have a children's service there. And that's how the children's service started.
Wow. To be a children's service teacher, how is it like? People see it as it's a calling. You can't do that kind of job. What's your take on that?
Yes, it's true. Children's service adwuma no say yamfrɛ wa ɛbɛyɛ den pa sɛnea woka sɛ wo maame yɛwɔ mpanyinfoɔ a ɔmo de ɔmo ho abɔ afɔdeɛ ɛyɛ children's service adwuma yi ɔmo yɛ mmɔfra woba na wobɛhwɛ sɛnea yɛne wɔn ɛhurihuri ɛnwom a wotu yi ɛyɛ action song yɛhurihuri yɛ kotokoto because you have to relate with them. Nti sɛ untumi ɛmma fam sɛ mmɔfra no a it will be difficult for you to teach them. Nti ɛyɛ ɔfrɛ. Na uhunu say your friends nso a ɛboa wo ma wode wo ho nyinaa hyɛm, you'll be so dedicated to the work.
Okay.
Because as the ministers minister to the adult congregation, you, the children's service teacher, you are also with the children and you are ministering to them. You are showing them the way of God. Nti also we are osofo ɛwɔ mmɔfra service hall. We are mmɔfra to them. And most of the time, as you go about, some children will meet you and then they will call you Osofo. Mm-hmm. Yes, the children, because they see you as their Osofo at that stage. Yeah. You are instructing them. So into the Amfrawa, Dempa say, Ubetumi aye emofra juma no obeba, but one here, obeto to papa so na at the end of the day, no, if you are waja juma no cry, untumi mpo entwaso. So I think it is a calling. It's a calling.
And this is a kind of job that mostly it's like voluntary, right?
Yes, it is. Voluntary, we are not paid. We are not paid. So what we ask of the church, the various sessions, is that they should motivate our teachers. Okay. It's a voluntary service that we render, and we believe that there are a lot of benefits to us. If we serve in that capacity, our belief is that we will be rewarded by the Lord himself. But as we work, we call on all sessions to also motivate us so that we'll be able to do more.
I think it's a good call because Muko no na say omo ye Ezekiel connected to the now
Yes.
I once, but before we'll go on a commercial break, I will come back. But Michelle Mami be 80 years of age and still teaching at the children's service. I asked her, what is your motivation? And then what motivates you? He said, I've been there for over 30 years teaching. I said, what motivates you? Before we go on a commercial break, say, you are the president.
Yes.
What motivated you to get into children's service?
Yes. Interestingly, this is how I became a children's service teacher.
Okay.
I was in Chebi at that time, and I belonged to the Bible study and prayer group. So our group, weekly, we ask one of the groups to visit the children's service. So it was time for the Bible study and prayer group to visit children's service, and I was elected to visit.
Okay.
So when I paid them a visit, and I saw how at that time there were 2 teachers, and they were old. So I saw that they were struggling. So I had to help them keep quiet, sit down, do this and all that. And as I did that, and the madam was able to present the memory verse, the Bible lesson and all that, and I was given the chance to talk to the kids. I did, and then I told them, if I had time, I would have taught them a song.
Okay.
Then the woman said, then can you please make time next week to come and teach us that song? Mm-hmm. Then I obliged. So the following week, I was there to teach them the song. So after the service, they told me, can you come every week to come and help us? So helping them every week, I became a children's service teacher.
Wow.
Nti uhu se adwuma no se ɛda wakoma so wohwɛ ɔhaw a mmɔfra fam a uhu se no, you can help them, nurture them. Na wohwɛ abɔfra sɛnea nnɛ mmɔfra ɛfa yaw ne ɔhaw bebree mu a uhu se yɛamfa nyamesɛm amma wɔn a ɔbɛyera. Nti yɛhwɛ aba mmɔfra no on future near on betumi ayɛ ne wei a motivate yɛn sɛ near na ɔka no mmɔfra no a yɛtete ɔmo yɛgyina ɔmo anim no ebi yɛ future presidents, ebi yɛ future moderators and all that. Nti sɛ woyere wo ho na wotete wo yi na wohu a you also become happy, and that is our joy as children's service teachers. Wow. To see these kids rising up in society to become prominent people in the church and then in the society at large.
Wow, the joy of a children's service teacher. The joy of a children's service teacher is to see their kids rise to the top and to make impact in society. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's Children's Week, and we're going to talk about what the Children's Week is all about, its relevance, the theme, and what we should expect. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. This is PCG TV in thy light. Surely there is light. We're talking about kids, children's ministry today.
Hallelujah, amen. Mu ye Christo, aye. Hallelujah, amen. Mo fra mo nyon to nyon, mra na hingwa enim, me kamfo no dada. Hallelujah, amen.
So this week is going to be a wonderful time. And every congregation is actually urged to support the kids, make sure that they enjoy themselves and they actually help them, especially the teachers and also the kids as well. Mr. Kisi Safo is still in the studios here, and we are zooming in right to get into the conversation. So one of the things that I liked about, we are talking about Children's Week now.
Yeah.
Let's move into Children's Week now. One of the things I liked about Children's Week when I was a kid was that there was a lineup for quotations. And we line us up and we come and give the quotations. I think that is one of the things that helped me to memorize a lot of scripture.
Okay.
Most of the time when I'm on radio and I'm, just bringing out scriptures like that, people ask, Children's Week, Children's Week. Yeah, Bible, verses and a kite. This particular week as Children's Week, what should we expect?
This week, as you have already alluded, it's dedicated to children, a whole week. The week started from last 3 days ago, which is the Sunday. It started with the lunch of the week for members to know that they are to support the children in the church to celebrate their week. So we have a lot of activities. On Monday, we were expecting all congregations to give opportunity to the children to select, to allow the agents or any matured Christian in the congregation to do an exposition of the theme for the children, so that as we celebrate the children and then the adult congregation will also understand the theme for the congregation. This year, our theme is Jesus Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, the hope of the child. Jesus Christ, the Alpha and the Omega, the hope of the child. I see in our world today, we have a lot of wickedness going on, a lot of evil things going on, where people even do not mind to kill their neighbor, to do rituals for quick money. Children are being maltreated here and there, and so it leaves children confused. They do not know where the love of God is. Does God really love me? And I'm going through all these troubles? So we want to assure the children we teach that despite all the things that are going around them or that they are going through, Jesus Christ is their hope. They should put their hope in Jesus Christ, and if they are able to do that, everything will move on well with them. So this is the kind of hope we seek to give to the children in the Presbyterian Church of Ghana, and then children as a whole. So on Tuesday, we have the presentation of case studies and then discussion of some questions under it. We have written some case studies, about 4 of them. Teachers are to select some of the case studies. They can do a sketch with it, play with them, or they can just present it to the congregation and then discuss the questions under it with them. Yeah. So, and it is carefully scripted so that at the end of the discussion, the objectives of the week will be realized. Then on Wednesday, teachers to collaborate with the various schools around their area. They are to visit them and have school worship with them. Yes. So we don't want to celebrate the week with our children alone. We want to extend it to children who are outside our church. And that is why we encourage teachers to go to schools to have school worship with them.
Not necessarily Presbyterian schools.
Yes, not necessarily Presbyterian schools. All schools that they can reach. Thursday, we have dubbed it a time with a mentor. A time with a mentor. Somebody whose life lessons, yes, worth emulating. They can select that person. As you are having with me now, they will have to ask questions, especially the early stage of the person, to just show the children that they were like them. They were once like them. Yes, to learn some lessons from them. For them to know that before you can get to the top, there are a lot of things you have to go through, a lot of things that you have to do. So that is the time with a mentor. Then on Friday, we have prayer session. Yeah, we all meet and then pray for the week, for the children, for the church and all that. Then on Saturday, it is a mission event. A mission event because we are expecting that teachers will help organize activities that are geared towards winning souls. So visitation to children in their homes, they can organize rallies. A lot of activities will be organized on Saturday. And the aim is to win souls for Christ. Yes, and then finally on Sunday, it is Thanksgiving. Yes, we meet to thank God for a successful week and then to also raise funds to support our activities. Yeah, so in a nutshell, these are some of the activities we'll be undertaking throughout the week.
Okay. Within, and let me start from the climax. The
Yeah.
climax, how special is the climax going to be like? And how is the head office in support of this whole thing that you're doing?
Okay. In the climax, which is on Sunday, in my congregation, and I know it happens in most congregations, we prepare the children to lead the service.
Okay.
We prepare, so children will be leading everything in the church. They will lead the service, they will read the Bible, they will give the sermon, everything. When it comes to appeal for funds, children will lead. The chairman and supporters, all the activities in the church on Sunday will be done by the children. Yes, so we want to train them, as the Bible says, we should train them in the way they should go. And when they grow, they will never depart from it. So we are helping them to know all this so that when they grow, it will not be difficult for them to do a lot of these things. So then, among one of our activities is that we have the moderator's essay. You were asking of the involvement of the head office, yes. The moderator's essay. With the children are expected to write essay on the theme. And we've done this over 2 decades now. Yes, over 2 decades now. And the best 3 winners at the national level will be awarded by the moderator himself. Yes. Yes. And one interesting thing about this moderator's essay this year is that we realized that we were concentrating on writing. Yes. And although we did it in the past, but we've been concentrating a lot on the writing of the essays. For this year, we have brought in the artwork. So children who can draw will be given opportunity to also draw.
A bit of painting.
Yes. So while some will write essays, others will also be given the opportunity to draw. So it is moderator's essay and artwork competition.
Wow.
Yes.
I know a time will come you are going to add a bit of technology to it.
Exactly.
It's gradually moving.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
So we are giving opportunity to all children who can write, who can draw, to participate in the competition. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage teachers to help the children participate in this year's competition. Because as I've said, we have an essay competition and then an artwork competition. And we are expecting that teachers will help the children to prepare well so that they will all participate. And this will take place a week after the Sunday.
Okay.
Yes, a week after the Sunday. So we are encouraging all presbyteries, all congregations to participate so that they can also win the moderator's prize.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
And the children's service, for the sake of those who probably just got converted and joined the Presbyterian Church, it's not everybody that understands the system and the structuring. The children's service ministry, what department do you actually directly work under?
Yes. When it comes to PCG, we have 7 departments. And one of the departments is the Department of Church Life and Nurture. So, and with Church Life and Nurture, all generational groups and all intergenerational groups and then interest groups are under the Church Life and Nurture. So we found ourselves under the Department of Church Life and Nurture. So we work under that department.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I think you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
This week, it's expected to be Kids Week. Very wonderful time. Definitely. Samuel was just a boy lying beside the ark when God's voice came.
Yeah.
So God can pick anybody to actually use him or her, whether kid, whether an adult or what. But one thing I want to ask, the children's ministry is quite different. You know, in the adult service, you can have people, a lot of contributions, we're giving support, funding, but in the kids ministry, I remember when we're going to children's service, we give you offering, and even sometimes the offering doesn't even get to the church auditorium.
Yes.
Because the offering will land up in one ice cream joint.
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
And so I'm just asking that like the other generational groups, how do you support yourself? How do you get income to support yourself?
Yes, thank you.
I'm just asking this
yes,
generally.
Yes. Before I get to that question, the challenge you were talking about right now, where children, when they are giving the offering, it lands them by. Yes, in the service, we teach the children how to give. So yes, we teach them that the money daddy and mommy gave them, it is not for them, it is for God. It is for God. So they should not have buying ice cream and other items in their mind. Yes, they shouldn't. And when they, if they do that, they will not be a friend to Jesus Christ. Yes, and because of that, we have a week that we celebrate called the Children's Harvest.
Okay.
Children's Harvest.
Wow.
Yes, this Children's Harvest normally is done in October.
Okay.
This is where at the children's service, now it is graduated into the adult service, where the children together with adults raise funds to support the needy. So all funds that are raised that day is donated to needy, for the children to know that I can also be of help to my colleague who is in need. So that if you are giving money, you should not keep it. You should bring it so that God will bless you. When it comes, you will donate it to somebody. We will donate it to somebody who will be in need. And you will be happy to help your friend who is in need. Yeah. So coming back to your question of how we raise funds, the church itself directly cares for us. The church itself directly. It is not like the YPG, the YAV, where they pay dues. Yes. We do not pay anything.
That's actually what I wanted.
Yes, yes. We are funded or sponsored directly from the church's coffers. Yes. And with this, I want to thank the various sessions that are doing it and to encourage more so that all our activities, they will fund it for us. Yes. Yes.
The kids need more.
Yes.
So we need to. Before we wrap up, I would want us to, I just wanted to touch base about a Bible club. I know there is an initiation of a Bible club right from the head office, which is encouraging kids to learn, to get to know more about, Christ within communities and all that. Can you just touch base on it briefly, then we can wrap up?
Okay. The Bible club was launched last year at the General Assembly by the outgone moderator, Reverend Professor Joy And his the the reason why he pushed for that Bible club to be launched is that when you go to our policy, we have a policy document guiding the organization of the children's ministry. One of the objectives is that we should reach out to children in the church and outside the church.
Okay.
So we are not to only reach out to the church alone, we are to also reach out to children who are outside the church.
Outside the church, okay.
And so with the launch of the Bible Club, it seeks to help children's service teachers, give them the opportunity to reach out to children outside our church, outside and then in our communities. So all children in our, we are encouraging that these Bible clubs are organized so that we'll be able to reach out to them. And that's why the Bible clubs have been instituted. And we are hoping that teachers, as we speak now, national training has gone on. Presbyteries, some have trained their teachers, others are ongoing. We are hoping that by the end of this year, every children's service teacher would have been trained on how to organize Bible clubs. And we are hoping that it will kickstart greatly for the benefits of children within our communities.
That's very great. Would you like to do some few acknowledgements before we wrap up? Maybe
yes.
Some few people that you want to thank.
Okay.
Give shout outs to them.
Okay. Yes. We want to thank the moderator, the moderators, the various moderators who have taken office. They have really supported the children ministry, the clerk, the departmental heads, especially the clan. Currently, we have Reverend Joshua Bosman. He's been of great help to us. We want to thank all of them for the support that they give to the children ministry. We also want to thank the various presbytery chairpersons and all other ministers. When we organize programs, they sponsor their teachers, their presbytery coordinators and presidents to our meetings, and we want to thank them so much for it. We also want to thank the various sessions, because most of our activities happen in the congregations. So if they don't support us, we cannot do anything. So we want to thank them and continue to ask that anytime you call on them, they will be ready to support the activities of the children ministry.
All right, thank you very much, sir, for coming and having this wonderful chat with us. And I believe that every kid, every parent, every teacher, every session member, every agent, every presbytery chairperson who is listening to this particular interview will definitely listen very attentively and give a helping hand to the children's ministry. They are our future. Just as Mr. Kisi Safo said, right from the beginning, even the first 5, if one became a moderator and one found himself to be part of the Supreme Court judges of the Republic of Ghana, then that means that definitely the kids that you are seeing today will definitely become the password to the breakthrough of the church in some few years to come. I'm telling everybody watching us is that please, whether you're a parent, whether you're a kid, participate in this Children's Week celebration, and God will bless you. God bless the moderator of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. God bless the clerk of the General Assembly. God bless the director of Clan. God bless all the ministers, the agents who are helping our kids. God bless the teachers who have devoted their time and they are supporting and making sure that things work. God bless the kids who come to children's service and don't eat their monies, use their monies for ice cream, and they give offerings in the church. God bless everybody. And God bless you too for taking time to watch this episode, this exclusive interview. And I know you've learned a lot from it. I've learned a lot. So until same time, we will meet again. This as PCG TV. In thy light, there is light.